another live stream with the latest live stream. Yes, today we are back and we are. Let me put this camera over here. Yes, it's better over here. It's better when it's over here. Yes, back to you with another latest live stream. Back to you to drop the latest Chelsea transfer news. Guys, this is heating up. We got some news today that nobody, I know you for a fact, didn't expect it to happen or didn't even know that we were even interested in these players. Yes, I say these, right? Guys, without further ado, when you come into the live chat, please like, comment, subscribe. You know how the thing is cool. Trying to build this community. Road to 500 subscribers is still on. We haven't hit it yet. By you hitting the like button, by you sharing, by you subscribing, especially if you're new, you can help this channel grow. You can help me meet my marks and get to our goals and build this community together. So without further ado, guys, let's wait till the live build up a little bit and then we'll get into the news, right? But so far, this transfer window has been proven to be really up and down. It's hard to get certain players off the books in terms of Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson. I think what teams are doing, they are trying to take us right down to the end of the transfer window. Guys, listen. This is what they are doing. This is the game that they're playing. Bayern Munich is playing that game. Aston Villa is playing that game. Newcastle is playing that game with us. These clubs, which other one? Well, not Dortmund anymore. They came in and they got their players and they bounced, right? RB Leipzig is playing that game with us. They are playing that game big time. Man United is playing hard ball. They don't want to drop that evaluation, that asking price, and they keep quoting price and comparing guys like Anthony Alanga and what's his name from by us, who we sell to Arsenal, Madueke. They comparing Garnacho to these players. Come on. What are they thinking? Right? So, yeah, guys, when you come into the live chat, please like, comment, subscribe especially. Yo, what's up? When you all come into the live chat, please like, comment, and subscribe especially if you are new. Subscribe. I'm watching this live stream at school right now. Yo, good, Alex, yes, Alex. When you all come into the live chat, hit the like button and subscribe. Let me get into the news, guys, right? We go in. I was doing the live stream just now on my laptop, but it kind of stick, so I had to switch over to my phone, right? Let me get into it. We going with David Ornstein first here, with the news with Fermin López, right? Fermin López from Barcelona. Yes, apparently like Chelsea are linked with this guy and been linked with this guy. I like when Chelsea do these kind of secretive links and later on in the transfer window we get a snap player like that. The same thing like we did with Cole Palmer. This could be another one. Abdullah. Yeah, Abdullah. What's up, Abdullah? Yeah. So let's get into it. David Ornstein, right? Chelsea evaluating. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Chelsea evaluating possibility of move for Fermin López. No contact yet with Barcelona, but Chelsea speaking to 22-year-old attacking midfield's camp option explored in case of exit and given Barcelona depth in Spain international position. Right? So what this basically means is that Barcelona have a buckload of depth in that position. The position that Fermin López plays in. That is an attacking midfielder. A number 10 who plays just behind the striker, a false 9, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is guys. This is basically an alternative for Xavi Simons, because that Xavi Simons deal is right now is being a real pain. It is being a pain, right? And it seems like We can't get that Xavi Simons deal over the line because it's being hell of expensive. RB Leipzig are adamant that they want 70 million euros. That will be equal to like about 60 to 62 million pounds. That is what they want. Chelsea, like they are unwilling to pay that, and also we still have to get Nkunku off the books because of European regulations. We cannot have all these players on the books for Europe, so we have to get players off and we have to sell players to show proper on our books for European regulations, right? So this is the reason why we have to get Nkunku and Jackson off. But Chelsea may go for a cheaper alternative than Xavi Simons, and they are looking at Fermin, López, and Barcelona. I know bits and pieces of this player. He is good quality, but if you're giving me an option, I am definitely choosing Xavi Simons over Fermin López. Absolutely, 100%. Right? 100%. So, right now it's just talks with Chelsea and the players' camp. Right? Fermin López from Barcelona. Alright, let's go again. Or we have to go down. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I have to go down. I wish I could have been properly on the laptop for you all to see what it is I am seeing now. Right? Florian Plattenberg. Right? Regarding Barcelona and Nicolas Jackson. There have been some news today. However, there is still no full agreement between Jackson and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich and Chelsea are in contact, and it's difficult. Bayern Munich want a loan. Premier League clubs remain in the mix. Aston Villa, just now, hold on. Aston Villa and, well, that's basically it. Premier League clubs are in the mix. I'm guessing that is Aston Villa and Newcastle, right? So they are still in the mix. These clubs are playing games with us, right? They're trying to get loans for Nicolas Jackson, and they're going to go right down to the end of the transfer window. So they know Chelsea wouldn't really have a choice but to give them a loan or give into what they want in their demands. Guys, when you come into the live chat, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Like the video, it helps the channel grow. It pushes the channel, and it lets YouTube know that you like the content, you're liking the live, and it pushes it to other people so other people can see it as well. So yes, we are going again. So this is what they are doing. They are basically playing games with us, right? They are basically playing games with us. They're more or less winding down to the end of the transfer window, so they could basically get their way and get Nicolas Jackson for either on a cheap or probably a loan with an option to buy or obligation to buy. But right now, from what it is I am hearing, Bayern Munich, Chelsea want to give this deal to Bayern Munich. They will give it to Bayern Munich, but it has to be an obligation to buy. Bayern Munich, if I am Nicolas Jackson, I would be wondering, I would be like a little bit iffy because they know you're going to hardly get minutes because of Harry Kane. But the sensible thing to do is make this move. He can go there and study under Harry Kane and become a better striker and become a better player because you're playing under somebody who is a terrific striker. Let's be realistic. Harry Kane can't play all the games because Bayern Munich would want to take care of Harry Kane. Harry Kane is at an age, right? So Nicolas Jackson is going to get plenty game time. He is going to get plenty game time, right? So I think if this happens, a loan for the first year and an obligation to buy, we wouldn't get all that money one time, only when the obligation kicks in. So I think this makes plenty sense. Let Nicolas Jackson go to Bayern Munich, right? Instead of going to Newcastle or Aston Villa, where you have no competition. I mean, if he goes to Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins may still be there, so he will have competition against Ollie Watkins. But the better thing for him to do for his career and his development is to go to Bayern Munich, study under Harry Kane, and become a better striker. I think that is the better thing for him to do, right? So let's wait and see. Is either Aston Villa or Bayern Munich Nicolas Jackson is going to end up. Guys, when you come into the live chat, please subscribe, please like the video, share the video. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying the content, and this will help the channel push to other people so other people can see. Right? Let's go again. Chelsea asks, sorry, just now. Chelsea asks Enciso to take multiple tests due to his injury history and not wanting to repeat mistakes like Lavia and Wesley Fofana. I totally agree with this, guys. Right? Wesley Fofana and Lavia, we absolutely got our pants pulled down with these two players. Absolutely ripped off. Ripped off. We paid like 75 million for Wesley Fofana and paid like 60 million for Romeo Lavia. That's 135 million we spent on these two injury prone players. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. We got our pants pulled down. But let's go along with the report. What the hell? Just now. Back. Right. According to Ryan Datent, whatever that name, that's a Portuguese name, the Paraguayan has failed his medical. So yes, and Ciso has failed his medical. So Chelsea, the deal is off. Nothing certain yet. Reports will emerge tomorrow. I'll keep you all in the loop. But from what it is I already heard and what it is I already got, and Ciso, Chelsea and Ciso, the deal is off. The deal is off. I already found out the deal is off. Right? This was going to be a Blue Coat signing. He was going to go Strasbourg on loan and then come to Chelsea next season. Right? But Chelsea doesn't want to run the risk again, as we already said earlier on, like Romeo Lavia and Wesley Fofana. We don't want to go through that same thing again. These players hardly ever play for Chelsea Football Club. Hardly. We hardly ever see them. Hardly. Right? So let's go again. More news. Yes. We have plenty news. Breaking news. Breaking. Leaving Modric off the season's UEFA list will free up big chunk of space and budget for Chelsea Football Club. This is what I was mentioning earlier on. We need to make space and budget space as well for players like Xavi Simons and Garnacho when they come, right? So players like Mikhailo Modric have to be left off. I mean, he can't even play no football, so why are we realistically leaving him on? Right? Guys, subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Please, it helps the channel. Road to 500 subscribers is on. We're trying to meet that mark before the month ends. We're trying to meet that mark. Right? So basically, that's the situation with Modric. We don't know where Modric is. Modric probably somewhere in Ukraine. Might be looking to put on our boots to go on war. Who knows? I think that is the best he can do right now. Right? PYS. Let's see what PYS has said here. The information is that Chelsea sent a proposal to Fermin López, like we were speaking about earlier on. Fermin López, and he has to make a decision. Tomorrow he will meet with Hansi Flick face to face and discuss what he wants to do. There are no club to club talks, but Chelsea made him an offer, and there will be more if he decides to leave Football Club Barcelona. Right? So basically, Chelsea put it on the table there for Fermin López. This is what the offer is. If you want to join Chelsea Football Club, this is what it is. You need to go and talk to Barcelona ASAP. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how quick we can bring you to the club. But I know Barcelona so much, they're going to ask for crazy money. I know Barcelona so much, they are going to ask for crazy amounts of money for Fermin López. Barcelona is in such of a pickle. They're in a big pickle, right? They're going to ask for crazy amounts of money for Fermin López. I know them. They're going to want something like 40 million. And this guy And Barcelona are absolutely stacked in that position. Rafinha as well could play as a number 10. They are absolutely stacked. They Gavi, who came back. They have Dani Olmo. They have Fermin López. They have Rafinha. And they have other players too. It's just not coming to my head right now. But Barcelona are absolutely stacked in that number 10 position. Why do you want to hold this player? Come on. And I know they are going to ask for big money. I know them. I know Barcelona. They're broken, so they are going to look to try to rape Chelsea Football Club, but it's not going to happen. We will walk away so quick. Right? Going on to further news, Simon Philip. Cole Palmer had a scan on his groin today, and the results are positive, better than the first fear, better than the first feared. Right? Nothing serious or too bad showing up, but Chelsea and Cole will be cautious, and Fulham might come too soon for him to return. But we'll see. Right? So I think, yes, leave Cole Palmer out for a little while. Let's not rush him back. We have Estevao Willian and Joao Pedro that could play in that position that they demonstrate on the weekend there, and they look perfectly comfortable. These two players, I must see Estevao Willian and Joao Pedro came in and they are looking so comfortable, like they've been playing with Chelsea for however long. Right? They are looking so comfortable. But yeah, guys, subscribe to the channel when you're coming. This is our football channel. We speak about all different types of football, not just Chelsea. We speak all different kind of football. Chelsea is not bigger than our city. You will never walk alone. That's no problem. What's your name? Yikita. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video, please. Thank you very much. I love the comments. Comment. What club do you support? Is it Liverpool? Because that you will never walk alone. That has to be a city. Liverpool. Has to be Liverpool. Right? Chelsea not bigger than our city. No problem. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, Liverpool. Yes. Like and subscribe and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you know any Chelsea supporter especially, share it to them. Let them come over and view the channel. Liverpool fans in the house, tell me if you have any questions about Liverpool. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Yikita. Right? So yeah, let's go again. Right? More news here, more news. So Yikita, tell me, right, what do you think about Liverpool and the whole Isak situation? Right? You all are in a pickle now because it don't seem like Isak is going to come to Liverpool. I want you to tell me. I have 1 minute because tomorrow I will go work. What? I don't understand. I have 1 minute because tomorrow I will have to work. Okay, no problem. Yes. Tell me what you think about Isak. It don't look like he will be coming to Liverpool. Tell me what you think. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Colin Moraj, I'm now seeing you here though. Colin Moraj, salute to you, bro. Galatasaray, not Galatasaray. This is Roma, right? Roma and Tyreek George. AS Roma had positive talks with Tyreek George camped in London today. George can join AS Roma on a permanent deal with heavy sell-on clause. Talks are ongoing. Exclusive will be confirmed. So what this basically is saying that he is more or less, Roma is offering about 20 million for Tyreek George with a heavy sell-on clause, right? So this is basically this could happen, but I think that if they just come a little more like about 25 mil, this could possibly happen. I'm Turkish. I support Fenerbahce. Who do you support, Liverpool or Fenerbahce? Which one? You can't support both clubs. I mean, you live in Turkey, which I understand, no problem. So you have to support a homegrown team, totally understand, and you support Fenerbahce. How do you feel about Jose Mourinho being Fenerbahce's manager? Do you all think you all have a good opportunity, a good chance this year of taking on Galatasaray? Because yes, Galatasaray is spending a buckload of money. They have money to burn. They have money to burn. So how do you feel about your chances against Galatasaray? We know Fenerbahce is one of the top teams in Turkey. So, and I think you all are basically more or less the main challengers to Galatasaray. So, in Europe, Liverpool, in Turkey, Fenerbahce. Well, salute to you. Yes, yes, yes. Salute to you. Right? Let me see if there's any other news surrounding Chelsea. No. Let me check other people's news now. Right? I can open. Why I have this small? I don't even know why I have this so small. We are checking other teams' news. Right? Let's check Fabrizio. Okay. Yikita, this news is basically for you. I live in Izmit, Turkey. Izmit, Turkey. Izmit, Turkey. Big up Izmit, Turkey. Turkey is in the building. Izmit, Turkey is in the building. Yikita, share the live to the Turkish followers. Share the live. Turkey is in the house. Yikita, this news is probably directed to you because you say you support Fenerbahce. So let me give you some Fenerbahce news. Dropped 54 minutes ago exact. Lincoln set to join Vinicius group side Alvicaca in Portugal. No, this just now. In Portugal. Right, so he's leaving Fenerbahce. Right? Lincoln, do you know that player, Ikita? Lincoln is set to join Vinicius group side Alvica in Portugal after leaving Fenerbahce on as a free agent. Right? Deal sealed tonight. Contract until 2027. Right? We are looking for big six news. I've not really seen. I will follow your channel. Thank you so much, Yikita. Thank you so much. We talk all football here. We don't just talk about Chelsea Football Club. We speak all football. Once you all come into the channel and you all either banter me about Chelsea or you talk about your clubs and stuff, we will engage. This is what we do here. We engage with the live chat. We engage with you. We talk to you. And we want to know what team do you follow and stuff like that. This is our community that we are trying to build here. Yes. Tomorrow, Benfica versus Fenerbahce. What do you think the score will be? In terms of that is for what? Europa League? Or that can't be Champions League. That has to be Europa League. Europa League, right? Yakita, let me know. Is that Europa League or Champions League? Champions League draw. No, it should be Champions League. It should be Champions League. It should be Champions League. In terms of a score, I know Mourinho so well. I know he's going to set this team up defensively and catch Benfica on a break. But Benfica is a good team as well. They are a good team. But I know Jose Mourinho. I know this guy. I know him. He plays to win all the time. Exactly, Benfica is favored. Yeah, they are the favorites, right? But I know Jose Mourinho so well. He's going to set up this team in a way to be counter-attack, to do counter-attack. I think Fenerbahce 2-0 to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce 2, Benfica 0. I know Jose Mourinho so well. I know how Benfica is a really good team as well. Don't get me wrong. But I know Jose Mourinho. This guy don't like to lose. He doesn't like to lose. And I was telling a Newcastle supporter, a Newcastle fan the other day, right? Newcastle current team right now, their current team, Mourinho is the perfect manager for Newcastle's current team right now. We have John Durant and necessary Fred, Nelson Semedo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. John Durant. John Durant is a good player. John Durant is a good player. This is what I'm saying. Mourinho is going to set up that Fenerbahce team. I am saying 2-0 to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce will win. I am saying 2-0 to Fenerbahce. Guys, when you come into the chat, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the live and share the live to your friends, your family, your neighbor, your mothers, your grandmothers, your grandfather, anybody. Share the live, share the video, share it to your dog outside as well. Your doggy outside. Share the live, share the video, right? Just share the live. Right, we are going to get back into some more news here. Agreement between Real Madrid and Olympiacos for Dani Ceballos is very close now after new talks in the last 5 hours. Details sort out on loan with obligation to buy, and then Olympic Marseille hope to seal Ceballos deal very soon. Right, let's go again. This is basically Napoli news. They're basically going for Rasmus Højlund from Manchester United, right? Napoli keep working on details to fix Rasmus Højlund deal with Man United, and players camp optimism remains clear, right? The optimism remains clear. Højlund exit terms are being discussed between the player side and Man United in order to proceed with Napoli, move on a loan for 45 million and buy obligation. So they will have to buy him at the end if they take him. I think Man United just kill a lot of players' careers. Bro, in Turkey hours is 2:44. Wow, so it's basically 2. Well, what time is it here in Trinidad? That's basically correct. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you also Turkey are 4 hours in front of the Caribbean. Yes, I am from the Caribbean. This is a Caribbean based channel, right? So you all 7 hours in front of us. Yikita, 7 hours you all are in front of us, right? So Rasmus Højlund looks like he could be going to Napoli. This news, well, Ceballos, we already checked Ceballos here just now. We are looking for basically big six. Sources playing down reports of Andre Onana joining West Ham on loan from Manchester United. No talks, right? This is such a bad. Man United spent so much money on waste of time players. These players, oh my god. Here's what I will say again. Man United kill players' career. That club kills players' careers, and they won't want to admit it, but they do. They kill a lot of player career. Porto are waiting for Arsenal to decide in the next 24 to 48 hours on Kivior. Proposal worth 26 million. Kivior was never gonna travel tonight, as it depends on Arsenal still deciding internally. Green light might also depend on talks with Bayer Leverkusen for an Hincapi, or however you pronounce that name, right? So yeah. So, oh shit, what did I do there? Fuck. Right. So basically, let me go to other. I'm going to check to see what other news it has there floating around before we end the live. Um, checking to see other news. Yikita, we just spoke about Jose Mourinho, and if I could have shown you this, I would. If I show you this, I might get copyrighted. But yeah, Jose Mourinho writing notes. I'm watching it here on X. Right, this is what I'm telling you. This guy, he will bring the title for you all, but for Fenerbahce, he definitely will bring the title. Don't worry, have no fear. Jose Mourinho is there. Right, we just campaign to see what other news it has. 9 minutes ago. Right, so this is 9 minutes ago from Blue Footy. Man United have insist they want 50 million for Garnacho, but in Chelsea's favor is the fact that the 21-year-old only wishes to join them and has resisted rivals' approach. So Garnacho and Chelsea want each other, right? Garnacho doesn't want to remain at Man United, and he doesn't want to go any other club but Chelsea. So Man United want 50 mil for Garnacho, but Chelsea are saying absolutely not. The player only wants us. So it's either you take this or you get nothing. Guys, when you come in the chat, please subscribe to the channel, share the video, like the video, share, like, and subscribe. Subscribe especially if you're new, right? So yes, Garnacho wants Chelsea, Chelsea wants Garnacho, but Man U wants us to spend 50 million pounds for Garnacho. That is absolutely ludicrous. That is not going to happen. The player only wants us. The player is rejecting interest from other clubs. He rejected Bayern Munich. He wants to come to Chelsea Football Club. He wants life in London. Man United, Tracy the bro. Yes, Tracy, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. That's why Chelsea looking for, Ronaldo. We are basically looking for a cheaper option than Xavi Simons, because the Xavi Simons deal is proving to be a lot of pain. Couple of things not going in our favor. We have to sell Nkunku to make space for other players to come in, right? For Xavi Simons to come in, Nkunku has to leave. Also, RB Leipzig is always being linked to bring back Christopher Nkunku, but they only want a loan, right? That's all they want to do. Loan. They don't want to buy the player outright, right? And also they are adamant that Chelsea must spend 70 million euros, which will be equal to like around 60 to 62 million pounds or something like that, right? And Chelsea don't want to spend that money. So what we are trying to do, we might loan out or sell Tyreek George, sell Nkunku for a little less, drop our evaluation for him, right? So that will basically cover the cost for Christopher Nkunku, if you all understand what I'm saying, right? We basically have to soften the blow. So if we currently want 40 million for Christopher Nkunku, but we are not getting that, and we drop it to like 30 million, and we get like 20 million for Tyreek George, we will make a profit for Tyreek George and make a 10 million profit and cover for Christopher Nkunku. Tracy, thank you Tracy. And Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson. Hey, him and Nkunku is basically on the same boat. And also Raheem Sterling. They always being linked with other clubs, but no club is really concrete in wanting these players. They want them, but they only want them on their terms, which is a loan. We are trying to sell these players and get these players off our books. These players and them want to leave. The players want to leave. But teams who are only wanting loan, loan, and we don't want to just give these guys a loan alone. You are a Trinidadian. Yes, I am 100% a Trinidadian. I live in Trinidad. Where are you from, Tracy? Bayern seems to want a loan as well. This is what I'm telling you, Ronaldo. You see, Ronaldo, you fully well know, you very well know, you very, very, very well know what the situation is. These clubs are penny pinching. They want loans. That's all they do. Wait. Tracy, you're from Princeton, so then you're a Trinidadian too. Pro Fenerbahce and Benfica, who wins? You are basically the second person who's this Atakan. I am, like I told Yikita earlier on, I think Fenerbahce, because just because Jose Mourinho, he's a winner, he is going to set up this team. He wants to be in the Champions League. He's going to set up this team to win. Right? Atakan. Once you come in the chat, please subscribe. We don't speak about Chelsea Football Club alone. We speak about all football teams. I am from Mayaro too, and Rio Claro. You basically living in the east and down south. Well, Princeton, Rio Claro, Mayaro, those three areas basically more or less in the same zone. So yeah. Alright, you're a south person. Yes. Big up to you, Tracy. Big up. Thanks for the subscription. We are local based. We are trying to be a local based YouTube channel because there are a lot of foreign YouTube channels, a lot of European based, a lot of American based YouTube channels, and we are trying to build something here, especially with our Caribbean brothers and sisters. We are trying to do something here. I am looking for a lot of YouTubers straight out of Trinidad, and I am not seeing any. I am not finding any. So if you know of any, Tracy, you could recommend my channel to them. Tell them you found this YouTuber such and such on live, and you could forward, and we could probably link up, and you be there too. I will encourage everybody. I am basically from Shaguanas and stuff like that. Yeah, Ronaldo. Yes. Okay, let's get back into some more news here. So that's basically the whole situation with Garnacho, right? PYS 5 hours ago, Chelsea wants to add Xavi Simons and Garnacho. These are stories that we already know from however long. We only get briefings. But let's go along with it, right? Chelsea wants to add Xavi Simons and Garnacho. These are the two players as for now. Garnacho will happen. Xavi waiting for Nkunku to leave to get the green light. I'll be here to tell you if Chelsea makes an approach for Fermin, López, not just something in the press. So calma that. Calma that. I don't know what that means. That means something in Spanish. Right. So basically, I just basically reported on this. Julio Enciso moved to Bluco has collapsed after the player failed his medical. Chelsea had requested extra checks given his injury record, and ultimately decided not to proceed. Enciso left distorted. Right, so he's going back to Brentford. Not Brentford, Brighton. Sorry. Right, Brighton only want to sell us these broke ass players. They're breaking down every time. So what are you doing on YouTube, Tracy? Right. So let's see again. Any more news? 16 hours ago, Besiktas has offered Raheem Sterling a $5 million annual salary. Negotiation with Chelsea over a permanent deal are ongoing. Raheem Sterling doesn't want to leave England. He doesn't want to leave London. Right? So Besiktas, I understand you all want to come in for him and stuff, but yeah. As a Chelsea fan, I'll take Simons over López. Ronaldo, You are 100%. This is exactly what it is I said earlier on, right? I said the same thing. I said the same thing. But the thing about it is, with this whole situation with Xavi Simons, we have to get rid of Nkunku. We have to get rid of Nkunku. He has to leave. He has to leave. Now, what the club is doing, I understand you and me are on the same page where we will take Xavi Simons over López. But the club, you remember when clubs are in for players and they're in for a player in a certain position, right? What they will do, they will not just look, they will look for a profile of player and they will have many different profiles for that one position, player for that one position, right? So López and Simons play in the same position. So Simons gonna be the first option. If the first option fails, then they will have a backup, which is López, right? So that is basically what it is going on here. López is the cheaper option. We could probably send Nkunku on loan and have López there and use Tyreek George to cover the cost for Nkunku not leaving, or even if he's still at the club, right? Okay, well, you're not Trisha, you're not supposed to be on YouTube. You're too young for YouTube, but thanks for the subscription. Tell mommy to come and watch YouTube. Ronaldo, Sterling has to take what he can get at this point. Doubt if Fulham or West Ham would want him for him to stay in London. That is so true. He doesn't understand. Here's what's gonna happen. We can't really blame Sterling too much, because at the end of the day, we gave Sterling that contract. We gave Sterling 350k a week. We did that. Chelsea Football Club did that. So we can't really blame Sterling. If Sterling wants to run down his contract, by all means. Because Ronaldo, if you were in that situation, you would have done the same exact thing Sterling is doing. You would have done that too. You would have done it. I would have done it too, because they gave me the contract. They gave me the contract. But what Sterling needs to understand, if you value your career, sometimes you need to take a step back before you could go forward again. And that's what he may need to do. He needs to understand this. Because Sterling is like, 29. He still has like 4 or 5 years of football proper again. He needs to take a step back, go to a smaller club, and then go forward again. Take the burden off himself. Don't have all the eyes on you. That is what he needs to do. And he doesn't want to do that. But he's so comfortable with 350k. From going from 300 to 350k to 100k. He wouldn't like that. And we also have to remember as well, that these players have family members that they take care of as well. So that money that he will be working for will be taking care of family members too. So all these things we have to take into consideration. But that's a day for Raheem Sterling. I don't think there's any way back. Guys, when you come into the live chat, please subscribe, like the video and share the video. It helps the channel go a long way. Remember, the algorithm isn't always our friends. Turn on the bell notification and it will give you an update when I am live or when I drop a video, right? I usually drop videos on a morning, on an evening, depending on how juicy the news is. I will come live here, right? If there are any Newcastle fans in the chat, in watching here, we want to know about Alexander Isak. What you all think? Tell me, what do you all think about Alexander Isak and his situation? Right, let's go again. We are checking through to see how what's going on in the news. Any other news? Oh, just now. Let me go over here. Let me check. What is going on? I am checking. Yes, guys. So, Ronaldo again. What are you doing staying up till 5? Anyway, you'll have no school, so that you will get a pass 5 a.m. in the morning. You'll get a pass. You're on school break. Ronaldo again. If I am not mistaken, is the Sassy going to Bournemouth? Well, again, just like our other players, Ronaldo, they are only getting links to these clubs, and these clubs only want loan. That's all they want. Loan deal after loan deal. That's all they want. The thing about it, what I don't understand with these clubs selling players. They are selling players, but they don't want to buy players. What they want to do, they only want to buy players on cheap. Now, here's what gets me upset with these smaller clubs. They want to buy players, smaller players on a cheap. They will go to South America, they will scout, and they will go and buy players from all around the world, not just South America. They will go and buy players on a cheap for under $1 million and then bring them to the club. They will develop them or whatever like that. But they are not doing things to win. If you understand what I'm saying. And then they will get mad when the bigger clubs spend money to actually win. You understand? They want the Sassy, but they want the Sassy on a loan deal. They only want the Sassy on a loan deal. Make that make sense? What are we playing football to do? Not to win? Why do we watch football? Not to win? We want to see the team that we support win. So when teams like Bournemouth buying players, they only want players on a cheap. They don't want the Sassy is going to cost Bournemouth, if they have to buy him outright, at least 30 to 35 million. They don't want to spend that money. They realize that they could go get somebody from anywhere around the world for anything under $1 million and bring them to the club and flip. They flip so much players. They always balling broken. They're flipping players all the time, but balling broken. Make that make sense? I don't know how that makes sense. I don't know how that makes sense. You all have money. Spend the money. I don't ever get them. I try to figure them out. But it's like, yeah. I try to figure them out and it's like, yeah. They never want to spend money. But they complain when they see him set of clubs winning all the time. We win all the time because we spend money. Trisha, go in your bed. You're not tired. Oh gosh, Trisha, yes. Trisha. Oh gosh, this little child. But guys, like, comment, subscribe especially if you're new, right? We not here just speaking about Chelsea Football Club. No, we speak about all different football teams. I want to hear from Newcastle fans. If there are any Newcastle fans in the chat, I want to hear from you. I want you all to tell me what you all think about Newcastle and Isak. Come to Galatasaray. Khan is in the house. We have another Turkish person in the house. Turkey. This is what I want to know, because this is like the third person from Turkey, the third Turkish in the house here, right? how my channel is pushing out a lot of people in Turkey. That is great. I think it's because from this girl earlier on. What's her name? Let me check back. Yukita. Thank you, Yukita, for that. The channel is reaching volumes, is doing volumes because Yukita has shared the video and shared the live. So a lot of people Abi took. Yes. Yes. This is the thing. Yukita pushed the channel and now a lot of Turkish people are in the house, and I like that. I want you all to come in. I want you all to subscribe to the channel. We don't just talk about Chelsea Football Club. We speak all type of football, any team, right? Come subscribe to the channel, push it out to your friends, and let them come in, and we grow this community together. And so we build. Trisha. Ice cubes, yummy and eating. This little child. Can't give him already phone. Right, so let's see what is going on here. Just now. Chelsea Mida. Listen, Kane. Not Kane. Khan, sorry. I don't speak Turkish. I don't speak Turkish. I only speak English. I speak English only can. I only speak English. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak French. I don't speak Dutch. I don't speak Turkish. Can I do not speak Turkish, my boy. My brother, I do not speak Turkish. If you speak some kind of English, put it in the chat. Does anybody else in the chat understand what Khan is writing there? Tell me if anybody in the chat speaks Turkish. Please convert it. Buenas noches. Yes, that is Spanish. I know that. I don't know what it means. Oh gosh. Only this chat. Yes. Let's check out some more football news, guys. Let me see what is the latest. Okay. It looks like we have some breaking news here. The broke Spanish club is desperate need of this. Where Ronaldo, if you are still in the chat, this is what I was telling you all earlier on. Barcelona will try to rape Chelsea and want a lot of money for Fermin López, right? For López, right? Fermin López is considering a Barcelona exit admin Chelsea links, right? Barcelona is going to ask for a lot of money. I hope Chelsea knows this. They're going to want something like 60 to 70 million. We know this is going to happen. I know this. Barcelona are broke. They are broke. Broken to break open. All Turkish fans that are in the chat, the only player who seems to be a problem right now is John Duran. He had a high expectation, and we haven't seen the result on the field, right? Jose Mourinho. Once Jose Mourinho has a problem with you, you know you're done. And this is the thing. This is why when Chelsea was linked to John Duran, we didn't bring him because this player has an attitude problem. He's like what's this guy? Mario Balotelli. He's that problematic. He doesn't want to listen. He is the bad boy of football, John Duran. Why do you want to play football and make money? I don't understand. Why? What's the big thing. Yes, we are looking to see what is going on with more news. We are checking. Drug Baba. What? Drug Baba, you and Nini just do news together? I would. Drug Baba. I don't know if you all know who Drug Baba is. I would be really happy if Fermin López comes to Chelsea. I rate him very highly. But it would in all certain mean that Xavi Simons is not happening. Interesting last week of the window and looking forward to. Yeah, most people will take Xavi Simons over Fermin López, obviously. Chelsea, more news on Garnacho. Chelsea have been trying to negotiate and bargain a deal for Garnacho with a proposal as low as £25 million. But Man United doesn't want that. Man United wants £50 million for Garnacho. We are not, if we happen to pull this off to get Garnacho for 25 to 30 million pounds, I am personally going to take a flight to London, go to Chelsea Football Club, Cobham, and shake the sporting director's hands and shake these owners' hands and clap these owners. If we get Garnacho for 25 to 30 million, I will absolutely shake their hand. I will be on the first flight to London. No bullshit. No bullshit. We are checking through news. Arsenal and Hincapié, right? If Arsenal signs Pyro Hincapié, they'll have a net spend of 730 million since the summer of 2021. If they sign Pyro Hincapié, they will have a net spend of 730 plus million since the summer of 2021. That's a lot of money. And all they won in that period of time was an FA Cup and a Community Shield. But that Community Shield doesn't means anything. More news on Chelsea here. Chelsea has an intention of retaining Christopher Nkunku, and discussions with his representatives are currently underway. Wow. You all see what is happening here? Chelsea have no intention of retaining Christopher Nkunku, and discussion with his representatives are currently underway. So I don't know what Chelsea will do with Nkunku. Yeah, he definitely has to go somewhere. Definitely. Right, guys, we are looking to end the live like in the next minute. So I'm just checking through quickly here to see if there's any more news. There's no more news. Tomorrow we'll bring it for you. Right, guys? So, guys, last minute before I go, an hour now. We are going to be an hour into the live. So we are going to end the live now. So, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, especially if you are new. Hit the like button. Comment when after this live ends. You could share this live. You could share the video because it will be in a video form now. You can share this video to your friends. Share it. Big up to everybody who came through. Trisha, Kane, and just now let me check through again. There was so much of you were in the live chat. Trisha, Ronaldo, Kane, Yikita, all of you. Big up to you who was in the live chat tonight. Thanks so much for the support. Let's help your boy. Let's try to push this live, push the channel. We're trying to build a community here, a Caribbean-based community. And yeah, Let's try to get each other involved and see what's up and whatever is case. So guys, this is just eFootball TV. Subscribe, especially if you're new. Hit the like button. We are signing out now. In a bit, people. And peace.